Disney Nerd here. So today I'm doing a different type of video. I saw it on somebody's channel and I can't remember her name, but I will link everything down below. And I thought it was a really good idea. So I have my phone with me, my little phone case, and today we're going to do a Disney tag. So question number 1 is, what is your favourite Disney movie? So my favourite Disney movie is Little Mermaid. I absolutely love Little Mermaid. I love Ariel, although she's not my favourite Disney princess. I love Flounder, he is my favourite Disney sidekick. He's amazing. Sebastian, all of them. They are my favourite characters, and it is my favourite film. I love everything Little Mermaid. I have lots of things Little Mermaid, and it's just an amazing film and an amazing soundtrack. So that is my favourite Disney film and question number 1. Question number 2 is, what type of Disney thing items do you collect? I'm reading this off my phone, by the way. I just found the questions, I lost them. So my Disney things that I collect are quite a few things, to be fair. I have lots of Disney clothes. I have lots of Disney stuff like photo frames and plaques and my Disney fro, which is Marie. But the things that I have collected the most of is up above me. And that is, I will stand up, my Disney Zum Zum collection. I kind of went a bit insane. There's even more up there as well. And I also started to collect Disney pins. Now, it's not a huge collection, but it's definitely one that's going to progress. Question number 3 is, what is your favourite Disney song? My favourite Disney song has always been and will always be Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid. I love that song. I think it's the most beautiful song ever, and I still get goosebumps when I hear it because it's just one of them songs that I've loved from being little, and it's just kept going and going and going, and the woman who plays Ariel has the most beautiful voice, so that is my favourite Disney song. Question number 4 is, who is the park character you never want to miss meeting at the parks? I think that you can't personally go to a Disney park and not go see Mickey Mouse. I love Mickey Mouse. Every single time we've gone, we have met Mickey Mouse because you have to meet him. He is the main mouse. But I'd say, like all the Fab Five, you can't go to a park and not meet at least one of the Fab Five. But the two that stick out the most, and I'd say probably I have to meet, is Mickey and Minnie. I just think you can't go to Disney without meeting Mickey and Minnie. So question number 5 is, what is your favourite parade or show? So obviously the parade that stands out the most for me is the Festival of Fantasy parade. Now, I haven't been to Walt Disney World since 2015, so I know that this has probably changed a little bit, like maybe added some more characters, I don't know. I won't watch anything on YouTube because I'm going in September and I don't want to spoil anything. I have watched the new fireworks show though because I couldn't resist, I had to see it. But my favourite show has always been and will always be Fantasmic. So I have to split them into categories, so I have to have parade, which is Festival of Fantasy, and show, which is Fantasmic. Anyone who's seen the parade and the show will understand how amazing both of them are, but Fantasmic is definitely my favourite show and Festival of Fantasy is my favourite parade. So question number 6 is, what attraction are you going to go on first at the parks? So the first day that we actually get there, we are going to Epcot. So the first attraction that we will go on will either be Test Track or Soarin', which I'm not bothered, but my first full day, I have to. It's like a tradition of mine, is to go to Magic Kingdom. I think that your first day should be seeing that amazing castle. So the attraction that I want to get on the most in Magic Kingdom first is the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, because the queue for that can get crazy busy and it's such an amazing ride. I went on it for the first time in 2015 when I went with my sister, and we absolutely loved it. It was the first time we'd ever been on it. It was amazing. But we went on it quite late. It was like towards the end of the park closing. So the queue was only about 40 minutes, and it definitely wasn't 40 minutes. It was much quicker than that, but it wasn't too bad, and it was really, really good. But I'm really hoping I get that fast pass. It's not my 60 days yet, so I haven't booked any fast passes, but I really, really hope I get that one because that ride is absolutely amazing. So question number 7 is, what is your favourite Disney animal? My favourite Disney animal has to be, and it is very close between my first and my second, but my favourite Disney animal has to be Marie. I absolutely love Marie, and I never ever had met her in the parks before, but we went to Disneyland Paris, and it was my birthday when we went, and it was still the Christmas stuff, so Marie was a character that you could go and meet, and I was so excited to meet her. I absolutely loved her. We had the biggest cuddle, which I will show you up here on the photos, but it was just incredible. She is just the dream character that I really, really wanted to meet, and I was so happy that I met her, and that it was my birthday. That just made everything amazing. So question number 8 is, what is your favourite theme park? So it's pretty obvious. I am mad about Disney. My favourite theme park, and this could change because like I said, I am going back in September, and a lot of things have changed from 2015 when I last went. But my favourite park at the moment is definitely Magic Kingdom, because that just screams me. Fantasyland is probably my favourite area of Magic Kingdom, because you can't beat the classics. Like, I absolutely love going on Peter Pan, Dumbo, Winnie the Pooh. So, you know, like the little kiddie rides that, they're not kiddie rides, they are classics. And so Magic Kingdom has to be my favourite park, and seeing that castle, the minute that you enter Main Street, you walk down Main Street and you see that beautiful Cinderella castle, it feels like I'm home. I know that sounds really cheesy, but it really does. So question number 9 is, what is the saddest death? Bit depressing, but I chose this one because I feel very strongly about this, and I have a little story to back it up. The saddest Disney death has to be, for me personally, this is just my personal opinion, is Mufasa's death in The Lion King. It's such an emotional moment, and here's my funny story. We performed Lion King as a summer camp thing in the drama group that I used to be in, which was absolutely amazing. And I got cast as one of the hyenas. I think I was Banzai. Yes, I was. I was Banzai. I'm trying to remember. And obviously the hyenas are the cause of Mufasa's death. And the person who played Mufasa, his name was Chris. We obviously had to act that scene because that is one of the main scenes in Lion King. And the music was playing, and it's the same music that is in the film. And I ran off the stage thing and burst into tears because I was so sad, because as soon as that music hits, it's like something inside me just starts crying because I know what's going to happen. And even though I wasn't watching the film and it was 2 people playing the characters, I actually got really emotional about it. It was quite funny because everyone was just sort of looking at me, and I was just like, I'm sorry, it's just the saddest moment ever in Disney for me. And I get very attached to that moment. So question number 10 is the most underrated movie, in my opinion. So, in my opinion, and I absolutely love this movie, I borrowed it from a friend and never returned it for like 4 years because I loved watching this movie. But my most underrated Disney film has to be Meet the Robinsons. Like, I don't know why, but I absolutely love it, and I love the story. I love the fact that it's like, keep moving forward, keep trying, like, things fail, but you can always get back up and try again, and you could have a successful future. And I just think it's such an inspiring thing to remember in your head, like keep moving forward, always try your best. Things can change, that's fine, go with the change. It's such a beautiful thing, but I think my favourite scene has to be the dinosaur. When that little dinosaur thing, I use it all the time. With me and my sister always say to each other, whenever we think of a Tyrannosaurus Rex, it's just the big head and little arms moment. It actually is probably one of my funniest moments in Disney. It was classic. It was the best thing ever, and the fact that the dinosaur said it and you couldn't really hear what he was saying was just amazing. So question number 11 is, who is my favourite villain? So my favourite villain has and always will be Maleficent. Maleficent is amazing. I would love to meet Maleficent in the parks. And I know they had like this Disney villain thing. And I think her queue was like 3 hours long. But personally, I would have probably waited in that queue to see her, because she is one of them characters I would absolutely love to meet. She is amazing. And again, this is my personal opinion, but I just think Maleficent is the best villain. And I used to be scared of her when I was younger. So again, funny story. When we first went to Florida for the very, very first time, it was in 2004. And Sleeping Beauty was one of the films that I used to sit and watch daily. But when Maleficent turned into the dragon, I would hide under my pillow. And this was still in 2004. So I would have been about 9 years old, and I still hid under my pillow. So my dad, he was terrified because he'd seen in Fantasmic that obviously she turns into the dragon, and the dragon's head is like in the thing and it breathes fire and stuff. I don't want to give too many spoilers, but she turns into the dragon, and my dad was scared that I was going to like jump up and run because she scared me that much. So he made a deal with me, and obviously you're 9 years old, you're like, yeah, I'm going to do that. So he paid me, he said he'd give me 50 pence, which was a big deal back then, to sit and watch the entire Sleeping Beauty and not hide under the pillow when she turned into the dragon. So I was like, yeah, sure, I can do that. So I'm sat watching it, and it gets close, and it gets closer, and it gets closer, and I'm like panicking. But I sat through it, I watched it, and I was like, oh, okay, this wasn't so bad, but I'd been so scared of it since being little. I just, in my head, I was like, I can't watch that scene, and I used to just hide all the time. But when I saw it in Fantasmic, I'm not going to lie, it did freak me out a little bit. Not too much, because I watched Sleeping Beauty on repeat, because she's my favourite princess, but I stopped hiding under the pillow after this 50p thing. So I was watching the dragon every time. And it was a bit scary for me, but not as scary as before. So it was a good idea for my dad, really, because I probably would have jumped up and ran. But then I'd have missed the most amazing show ever, so that would have been a downer. But yes, Maleficent, best villain for me. So question number 12 is, who is my favourite Disney princess? And I think I've already touched upon this throughout this video, but I'm going to put it in anyway. So my favourite Disney princess has to be, and will always be, Princess Aurora. I met her in Florida in 2015, and I couldn't believe it. When I saw her, we were walking out of Magic Kingdom, and all I saw was this pink dress. And I looked over, and I said to my sister, I was like, oh, there's somebody there, somebody's there, shall we go and see? And she was like, oh yeah, all I can see is pink. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, it's Princess Aurora, and I was so excited. I grabbed hold of Becky, we ran over to the queue, and about 2 more people came, and then they closed the queue. So it was so close, but I was so excited to meet her, and she was the best meet and greet for me because I'd never met her before. So I was just a little kid. I was so excited. And I told her that my dad calls me Aurora, and he still does, and I'm 23. He still calls me Aurora to this day. But I don't care, because she's amazing and I absolutely adore her. So that was my dream was to meet her, and I've met her, and I'm so excited, and I'm gonna queue and meet her again when we go again, because I have to. I know she's there, I know she's in Epcot, so I'm going to meet her. And I've told Jordan this, who's my boyfriend, by the way. So question number 13 is, have you ever been to Disneyland? So I've told you a couple of times that I've been to Disney World. I've been to Disney World in 2004, 2015, and I'm going again in September of this year, so 2018. And I have been to Disneyland Paris. They are the only two that I've been to, and I've been to Disneyland Paris. I went in 2001. Yes, 2001. I went in 2008, and I went again for my birthday in 2017. So I've been to Disneyland Paris 3 times, and I've been to Disney World 3 times. The first time I went to Disneyland Paris, I was ill, which was fabulous. I couldn't go on anything. I did meet characters, but I was 7 years old and in a pushchair because I couldn't walk. I was that poorly. It was really bad. So I can't say that I experienced too much of Disneyland Paris back then. The second time I went with my dance group. So again, I had a busy schedule, so I didn't really experience Disneyland Paris then either, because I barely got to go on anything because I was here, and then I was here and I was doing a show, and so it wasn't the best experience again. So that had been 2 times that I'd gone and not experienced anything. The third time I went, obviously it was in January, so it was cold, really cold, and it was busy. So I did experience a lot more. I met some amazing characters. I met Marie, I met Thumper, I met Jack Skellington, I met Thumper and Miss Bunny, I met Queen of Hearts, I met Mickey, I met Princess Aurora in Paris. So we did meet quite a few characters, which was really, really good. Like I said, it was very cold, so queuing for rides, my feet was freezing, and so were Jordan, so it was good, but I'd rather go when it's like a little bit warmer, just because when it's cold in Paris, it's cold in Paris. So I have been to Disneyland, but that's just Paris. I would love to go to Disney California. I keep trying to convince my boyfriend that we need to go. I want to go to all the Disney parks. It is my absolute dream. So I would love to go, but I've only been to Disneyland Paris and Disney World. So question number 14 is going to be a long one, which is, what do you love about Disney? So anyone who knows me knows I'm absolutely Disney obsessed, and many people ask me why, because they think it's something you just grow out of. Disney has been a massive part of my life since the day I was born, pretty much. All my family, not all of them are obsessed in Disney as much as I am. My sister loves Disney. I love Disney. My mum loves Disney, but not as much as us, and same with my dad. So I'm probably the most obsessed in this household. But Disney has always spoken to me, because behind every Disney film is an amazing, amazing quote. And that quote has powered through. And I have something that I got given as a Secret Santa gift. And as you can tell, they knew me very well. And it says, "In this house we let it go, because Hakuna Matata and the bare necessities will always be our guide. To infinity and beyond, all it takes is faith, trust, and a little bit of pixie dust. While we just keep swimming, we whistle while we work. We believe in our happy endings, and we know that life is always better under the sea, because in this house we do Disney." And that just speaks for itself. Disney is so positive, and even though it has sad things like Mufasa's death, Bambi's mum's death, and stuff like that, it's beautiful in the way that they get their messages across. So an example of this is with The Little Mermaid. She dreams of getting out from under the sea and learning all about our world, which, FYI, totally reversal. I would love to be a mermaid. But it just shows that if you dream something so big, it can come true. And although it, you know, she trusts the wrong person, eventually her dad lets her be with Prince Eric, and sees how much she wants it. And it's just stuff like that. Like, every Disney character, to achieve their goal, they don't just give up, they keep trying. And this is why Meet the Robinsons is so important to me, because that has always pushed me. It sounds daft, but whenever I'm feeling a bit iffy and I want to give up, I would watch Meet the Robinsons, because, I mean, you can't get any more inspirational than that. Like, he sees his future, he meets his future family, and unless he chooses the same things that he chooses then, he won't see his family, and his family won't exist. And it's things like that. Like, he shows how our choices can choose our future, but not in a negative way. It sounds daft, but Disney has always spoken to me in this way, and every single Disney character, whether they are my favourite or my least favourite, have always given me a little message. And that is why Disney is so personal to me, because Disney has been my life and will always be my life. And although people think it's childish, I look beyond that and I see what the message is, what people are trying to get across. And that is why Disney is so beautiful to me and why I love Disney so much. Okay, and that is all the questions that I have for you today with the Disney tag. I hope you enjoyed that. I have just received some posts, and I've unwrapped everything and stuff just to delay us. Well, not to delay us, to stop delaying us is what I meant to say. So I have some posts from Hong Kong Disney, and like I mentioned, I have started collecting pins. So I found a pack on eBay that I asked the person who I get my pins off from Hong Kong, and she couldn't get it for me, but I found it on eBay, and that is the teacups packet. So this was, I believe, a cast member exclusive pack, and it came out quite a while ago. So I was quite lucky to find this pack, and it wasn't too bad on the price either. So usually in little packs there's 5 pins, but I believe there is only 2 pins in this pack, and I don't have scissors, so I'm really hoping it's easy to open, and I'm going to open this right now for you guys. These are all the characters you can get. So as you can see, we have Lumiere, Cogsworth, Alice, Cheshire Cat, Judy Hopps, Dale, Chip, Nick Wilde, Stella Lou, Shelley May, Duffy and Gelatoni. I would personally love to get any of these 4, because these are characters that are mainly in the Hong Kong parks. I do have a Duffy. I have my own Duffy, which is currently on my bed, dressed as Sully. So I'm really excited. We're just gonna go in. So I wasn't expecting this. This was quite a nice surprise and an extra bonus for you guys. So I'll rip the packet, and I can see that these are not in black mystery bags. So I'm just gonna pull the very first one out, and we will see who we get. So the first pin I got is Cogsworth. Now, he's not really one that I wanted, but he is beautiful. So I'm just going to show you guys a close up. So he's in a little red teacup, and he is very cute. So I will get him out of this if I can. Be right back. So here is a close-up of Cogsworth. So as you can see, he's in his little red teacup, and he's looking super cute. So not one that I personally wanted, but I think this will make a very good trader. So there is Cogsworth, and I was right, there's only 2 in here. So the next one that I'm getting out, and our last one of this little mystery pack, is, I can't get him out. Oh, it's stuck. Oh, there we go. So it is Nick Wilde. So here we are. I'll show you a little close-up of him in his little bag. So he is very, very cute. And I will get him out. I'm not great at holding this yet. I'm learning from Disney Kitty how to hold a pin. So here is Nick Wilde, and he is absolutely beautiful. So I just spoke about Disney Kitty. I don't know if she has this one yet. I think she may have this one, but if she doesn't, this can be hers because I know how much she loves Zootopia. If not, I do know somebody else who would love this as well, which is Zippity Doo Disney, aka Emily. So here we are. And that is Nick Wilde. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my unpinning. I'm going to call it unpinning. I hope you enjoyed it. I did too. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.